I'm hot and healing. Hope one day you can live his truth. If anything happens to harm me anyway, it was him. So yeah, if I end up in a suitcase somewhere, y'all know who did it. Anyone that thinks this shit is fake is so dumb, and I'm not trying to ruin his career. He's doing that himself with his trash grappling. Chucking in personal insults. Crazy. Crazy to chuck in some personal insults on top. And can we see you, please? Album invite, of course. No way the Hangman is on here. I'm sure if this is fake, he will find you. Steam files were crazy. They've got nothing on the Dan Hooker files. Truly crazy allegations. Now, remember, this is all allegedly, and also important to remember, I'm playing a character right now, but it started with this wench. Okay? It started with this wench coming out with a story about Dan Hooker, and then subsequently afterwards releasing a whole bunch of information on her story with a bunch of images. Some of them not fit for YouTube, guys. One picture of Dan Hooker not quite ready for the internet to see. Okay? But there you go, dude. Dan Hooker, Jeff Molina's been reaching out saying we've been caught. The timeline's going crazy. Fellow fighters feel like they're next. Shamrock, with all this Dan Hooker stuff going on, don't no one be shocked when my shit gets leaked. I mean, there's a lot of fighters with skeletons in the closet here that are just... I don't know why you would say this after it got leaked that Dan Hooker was gay, but listen, I'm not going to put words in Shamrock's mouth. This is him. He sees that Dan Hooker's been exposed as being gay, and he seems to choose this time to share to the timeline. Don't be shocked when my shit gets leaked. Which is actually a common side effect of gay sex. Dan Hooker would know all about it, guys. He's responded to this, but let's go through the screenshots here. So this woman's releasing some stuff. 6'3" Kiwi. I'll make sure to get you... What am I reading? What am I reading, dude? This changes everything. This changes everything. This is a crazy... Dude, I feel like Dan Hooker's backyard fighting thing, when he brought all the Samoans into his backyard, was that just an accident? 1 minute scraps? Was he trying to speak in code to Oscar Willis saying, oh, come on, friend, I need 50 Kiwis in my backyard? Was that him just trying to suggest, bring me a couple Usos over to just fucking clap my cheeks? And Oscar got the wrong impression, and all of a sudden Dan Hooker's 1 minute scraps has started? That could be code. 50 Samoans in my backyard. I feel like that could be like some kind of gay delivery order request. But 6'3" Kiwi is the account name here. I'll make sure to get you hard and suck you deep. Hot when 30 minutes. I'm busy tonight, I'll let you know. I'm very horny with a big load. Please don't tell me this is true, Daniel. No, Dan Hooker. Don't tell me this is true. I'll make next time worth it. And then there's this. Oh, don't tell me that's showing at the bottom of the screen. Okay, it's not showing at the bottom of the screen. Lower it more than this. It is a picture of what seemingly is Dan Hooker posing... posing in a very compromising position. Now, it's unsure on this website, kiwiswingers.co.nz, if some woman has just got a nude of Dan Hooker and therefore now she can spin the story into anything she wants. Okay? You get a nude off someone, now you can attach it to this. And once you've got the nude, there's almost an assumption of like, why would they lie? If it's already been proven that they've been doing some dirty stuff back and forth, why chuck on the fact that he's fucking dudes on the side? But I'll make sure to get you hard and suck you deep. This is like, listen, there's also accusations to be said. No Riz, in a weird way. In a weird way, yeah, it's not just allegations of being gay. Kind of like lame Riz in a weird way. If we're being honest. Like, no charisma to it, no, like... What's the angle here? I don't mean to critique this, but he paid me a lot to shut the fuck up, y'all, says the woman. And this is pictures of her with Dan Hooker. She might be just chucking on the gay stuff to really add to the humiliation. 2 years with my DL. Of course, no one would suspect. Look at me. Is she trans? No, I don't know. I don't know what this is. No one would say it tonight. I'll be in touch. Sweet. Your throat ready. Now, knowing how much Dan Hooker loves to pull guillotines, his obsession with damaging the throats of other men is... This kind of makes sense. In a weird way, we can draw parallels here.
Right in front of you. No, in front of you, like behind you? Yeah. But to the side, she's got a...
And when I met him, I was working the booty club. He was just like a client. Like, at the time. This was like 2023.
Right around the time he started getting all those tattoos, by the way. But it could be a lie. Could be fake.
Like, at the time. This was like 2023. And he took me out the club, Captain Save a Hoe, right? Loves that shit. He loves a OF girl. He loves a ripper. He loves Captain Save a Hoe.
Happily admitting you're a hoe is... I mean, who's the real person getting exposed here, folks? Where's your dad? You know, I mean, where's your fucking dad? I don't know. I don't want to go into all of this, dude. Dude, I don't know what I'm going to do. Woman DM'd me first. I don't know what her game is. Okay? But I know after this scenario, there'll be no back and forth between us in the DMs. Okay? But this woman has posted this on her story and immediately messaged me on Instagram and said, check my story. So she wants this story out there. Okay? Take that how you will.
Trying to find me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties.
Who knows if this is true or not? But Dan Hooker, listen. Melina's come out in support. We've been caught, mate. Shamrock, listen. Who knows who's going to be next to get their files leaked. He says, yo, with all this Dan Hooker stuff going on, don't no one be shocked when my shit gets leaked. I'm just not famous enough yet. Let me win a few UFC fights first. Oh, so never. We'll never see that then. But there you go. This is the story. This is the situation. Yeah, Dan Hooker's been going crazy, man. Nothing like a woman scorned. Wink. And this is just out of Dan Hooker's own mouth here. Towards the end of this.
Are you going to fight Petty if he loses? I don't give a fuck about Petty Pimbo. If he wants to make it up to me, I got 9 inches he can choke on. 9 inches he can choke
on. Oh, a weird way of trash talking, you know? Just a strange way of trash talking. But, you know, chat, it's very important to note at the end of this video that this could all be fake. Would it be funnier if it was true? Yes. Yeah, it would. It would. Makashev's washing himself right now because he touched Dan Hooker, and if the gay allegations are true, Makashev's probably like, Khabib, brother, wash me, I touch him. Nobody touch me. He's like a guy with a zombie bite right now, you know? That's Makashev right now in Team Dagestan. Just, brother, I touch him with my shoulder. Nobody touch. Just quarantine me, brother. Like they're really going to isolate Makashev in their camp. Don't expect him to be making a comeback anytime soon. Folks, listen. That Paddy, we just need a press conference between him and Paddy next. Listen, I don't ask for much out of the UFC. Live on pay-per-view, whenever it's going to be, Dan Hooker versus Paddy Pimblett, get them at a press conference. Okay? Because I want to hear the trash talk now. Because that trash talk's gonna go deep. He's responded with some crazy shit. No shit, I'm gay now? What did I miss? Nothing like a woman scorned. Apparently he's turned down this woman that we're going to hear from soon. And
Bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants. Was not one of them I checked.